Great news, folks. Today I want to talk about a little bit about Chico Lopez. I know that there's a lot of people. I mean, look at my Facebook, 42,000 fans. 42,000 fans, folks. That's a lot of numbers there for a guy that just have dogs. I want to say this to you. There's a lot of great people out there that know the 4 Dogs of the Year by Chico Lopez. That's huge. You got to think about the whole globe, 4 Dogs of the Year, the grand champions, the champions. And today, you know, less than two years ago, I decided to sell puppies. For over a decade, I didn't sell dogs to anybody. Just a few friends from my family, my kennel came and from China and from other countries and grabbed some puppies from me, and they were very happy, and I sold them some puppies. You know, I said I'm not going to sell dogs to the people in the dogs, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you the truth. When I got into the dogs, I was looking for the dogs. I was not looking for the people that had the best dogs. I wasn't looking for the dogs. I wasn't looking for the backstabbers. I wasn't looking for the criminal factor, none of that stuff. But I wanted to get the dogs, so I had to deal with it. And I got the dogs from the very best dogman. Trust me, I only got dogs from the very best man at that time. I did my research. I was very smart. One thing that most people don't have is common sense. When I was looking for the best dogs, the first thing I look is the pedigree, the man behind the dog. If the man had great dogs, oh, the owner of Grand Champion Mayday. Oh, he did Grand Champion Mayday, then I went for him. Just like that. I didn't get from a guy that got a dog from somebody. I didn't get the purest of anything. I promise you. I look for quality. And when I look for Mayday dogs, I look at the very beginning, right when things started. You understand? Victor and I, very good personal friends. Just a few weeks ago, I was in Panama. I was on my way to Peru to give a seminar, live seminar to a lot of people in Peru. And so Mayday, you know, you see that picture of Grand Champion Mayday, you see a young man holding Mayday like a real dogman. Mayday weighed that day about 75 pounds, maybe 80 pounds. That young man there is me. And I was young, obviously. You know, my hair was black and stuff like that, and I was a lot slimmer than today. But that was a young man with a dream. And that dream expanded, blew up, became something big. I was always searching for the very best of the American Pitbull Terrier. That quest of only the best, which is the registered name of my kennel today, took me out looking for the best dogs. I work by myself with a few friends, and we created this great family of dogs. Obviously, no great man can be great without having a team, without having someone around him to help him and lift him up. And I always had great people around me. There are very few. Just, you know, because many were called and yet just few are chosen. So I want to say that today it comes to a shock to a lot of people that just like, oh man, you know, Chico don't want to share his dogs. He's selling neuter dogs to the people. Folks, I haven't sold a single dog that's neuter. Not a single dog. I don't like to entertain dogs or breeders, backyard breeders or whatever. Today, 19 months ago, I decided to sell some puppies to the people that are look just like me when I started in the dogs. They were looking for the very best American Pitbull Terriers. They don't have to invest thousands of dollars and go through 25 years of development to get the dogs that I have. These dogs are better than anything I bought when I started in the dogs, okay? I'm putting these dogs in the hands of those people. They're not related to the so-called game. In fact, I made a public announcement saying I am not related to the game. I don't want to be with the game. I'm only a book writer. Today, what I do is write books about my journey, write books about the great dogs that I have. I can go and write a book, 4, 6, 7, 8 books about great dogs and about great history, and I will never have to mention the dog I didn't breed or that came from one of my main studs. So, folks, you know, I know that some of you might be a little bitter because I'm not selling you dogs so you can sell and, you know, spread the love and let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya. No, I'm not doing that. I'm selling these dogs to people that are just regular folks, that are honest, people that are old-timers that used to have dogs for a long time and they appreciate quality and they say, wow, that's what I'm looking for. You know, they call me, say, you know, I've been out of the dogs for 20 years and I didn't purchase a dog. I couldn't find anything great. I saw your channel and I want to get dogs from you. You understand? That is what I'm looking for. I'm not mentioning anybody's names because mentioning anybody's name will be to lift them up. Yet I notice that some people out there use my name because if they talk about themselves, they get no likes, they get no hits, they get no comments, they get nothing. But if they drop my name, all of a sudden it's like, woo, a bunch of haters and stuff like that. If that's what you want to do, go ahead, do it. You promoting me, and I thank you for that. You understand? This is how it works. The more you talk about me, the more curiosity people have about me. You make what do you call it, a meme, whatever, with my face, whatever. Folks, all you're doing is creating people to have curiosity. Who is this Chico Lopez? What? And then they go and they see me and say, wow, look, no wonder they hate him. He's a great guy. He got standards. He sets his limits. He got, way how he works. He raised the bar. He's a proud man and he's an authority of the breed. That's who I am. And I'm an international judge. I judge shows all around the world, folks. Confirmation shows. And at the same time, I give seminars. So people around the world can actually pay me to fly to their country, sit down and have people, the power of speaking. I have people sitting on tables and, it should be that I give them 2-hour talk and they have a little bit of reset. I continue talking. They get their lunch and they're eating and listening to me. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't even eat. And then we were in Lima and we went 12 hours. And they shutting off the light because the place was rented. And the people's like banging on the door. We want to hear more. Come on, Chico, we want to hear you talking. Banging on the table. They want more. This is me. This is my preparation. I paid the price. You didn't. So I'm going to decide who I give my dogs to. And they're not for the breeders. You can jam. I know you're crawling on the walls. These dogs are not for you guys. These dogs are for great people that do not breed dogs to sell. These are only for great people that want to enjoy the American Pitbull Terrier for themselves. They want to leave those dogs to their children as heritage. They want to pass it on to their great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren as a family tradition of the American Pitbull Terrier. Real, from the best dogman on earth. You can say whatever you want about me. You can't deny the facts of my merits, because what I have done, no other man dead or alive have done, period. You don't have to like it. No association, no whatever have to like it. It is the fact. It is what it is. Today, I'm not telling anybody go fight your dogs, which I actually didn't tell anyone ever to go fight dogs or anything like that. Today, I have these dogs for the purpose that I always wanted. I wanted to make sure that I had the very best of the American Pitbull Terrier. I created. I have it. There has been great dogs around the world, and there has been great dogmen through the breed over 140 years. But the greater men, the creators of the breed, created great impact on it. Just imagine if, let's say, Earl Tudor didn't sell dogs. We would have had no dogs. If James Crenshaw didn't sell no dogs, then we would have no dogs. No Jeep, none of that stuff. If we didn't have Victor Aker or Mr. Hollingsworth, then we didn't have no dogs. I didn't get just Mayday dogs, folks. I don't have the purest Mayday dogs. I don't believe in the purest of anything. Maybe the purest of my dogs, yes, because I know how to breed them. So what I have is the only direct daughters of Mayday, direct sons of Mayday, today. You understand? I mean, it's not my fault if you don't have great dogs. It is not my fault. You understand? But these dogs are not going to go to, and I know some people pick out the crumbs when they fall on the table and they have great success, and then people want to hang papers on them, and what used to be black, completely black, all of a sudden it's best to sell a red color. I know who you are. Trust me. I look at your dogs. They were all black. Hello? Black. Now they're red. You can make all the excuses and all the papers. I'll help the breed in that direction. I have lifted the breed. The whole Latin America, they used to have a whole bunch of bullies. Today they're looking for registered dogs. I opened clubs. I went to countries like Brazil and I opened clubs. I went to Spain, and from a mobile home in Texas, somewhere around 2004 or so, we opened the first ADBA club in Spain. That idea was birthed right here. You understand? And I have helped people all over the world. And I have lifted a lot of leaders around the world. And I'm lifting the community, the great men, the men that look just like me, that have character, the parents want to give the children great dogs. Look, guys, I got a few customers that call me. One of them said, Chico, I've been following you since I'm 13 years old. This video here is being watched by children. And those children will understand that men have to have standards. You have to have commitment in life. It's not about being motivated. Motivation finishes very fast. The adrenaline is gone. The motivation is gone. You got to be committed in life. You got to have a dream. You got to dream big. You got to dream bigger than anything else, and then you got to pay the price. You got to work. You got to have the work ethics and everything else. All those things come from the dogs. They feed back and forth from them to me, from me to them. A friend of mine's some years ago in Spain, he says, it looks like you take your own blood and you put it inside your dogs. I told him, I said, that's the witty witty, the boogie boogie. I didn't know what to tell him, to be honest with you. And you know, Grant, he used to have Champion Gasolina. We used to be very good friends at the time. And I tell you folks, you know, I don't want to knock anybody's hustle. I mean, if you want to sell your dogs, you want to do whatever, you know, it's up to you. You know, but I do my thing. I don't bother anybody. You know, I'm not in forums. You don't see me in forums. You don't see me anywhere. I never made a single champion or grand champion by a single advice on anyone in a forum. A man was walking on the woods after many years of being lost. He was totally helpless, about to commit suicide. He's walking on those woods in the jungle, and he bumps into another man that was lost as well, and he was helpless. Both of them were about to commit suicide. And he says, wow, how do you got here? He said one to the other man. He said, well, I asked everyone for an advice and I got lost. And how do you got here? He said, the other man. He said, well, I asked the wrong person and I got lost. The source of who you ask is very important. Who has the merits is very important. I knew that. I had common sense, folks, from the very beginning. You know, you can't be common sense. You can't create, you know, there are ducks and eagles. These dogs are for the eagle personality person. The ones that, like my friend Victor says, the ones that have the eye of the tiger. He said, Chico, I saw you had the eye of the tiger when they told me that there was this guy that had puppies and was walking these puppies till 4 in the morning, just working dogs. You know, back in the Bronx, that was around 1997, 1996. And he said, I had to call my friend in Connecticut, say, go see this guy. This is the address. They say he's crazy about the dogs. You know, we got to put great dogs in the hands of this man. And the journey has been beautiful. It had some bitter times, folks. And I tell you, had a lot of hate. And today I get a lot of love, of course. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for your great comments. Thank you for sharing them, giving them likes, all that. Believe me, much appreciation in today's world. No other man, no other great dogman, no other creator in history has ever faced what I'm facing today. The men in the past, the little people, the ones that their opinion was worthless. You couldn't hear it. They were nobodies. Today, all of a sudden, the internet, the keyword warriors, the masters of the universe, they hide on the profiles, they write things and stuff like that. Today, they have a voice. The consensus of 1,000 fools don't make the truth. Yet, in the absence of the truth, bullshit prevails. Excuse me, kids, BS prevails, okay? So, untold is unknown. And I'm telling you right now, don't break the law. Respect your laws. The past is the past. It was a long time ago. You understand? But today, these dogs is a creation that are present to you, to have in your homes, to love, to care, to enjoy, to know you have the Real American Pitbull Terrier. And you can enjoy it, folks. You know, it might sound like an infomercial, 281-226-0370, but by this time you're dying to call me. So, whatever you do, folks, these dogs will be in your mind, they'll be in your hearts. You know, you take one of these, it's a great investment, it will be with you for the next 10, 15 years. And this puppy here, by the way, is sold. So, you know, they already got somebody that's going to enjoy, and you know, a friend that's going to enjoy this puppy. Directly from the backman, folks. Legend after legend. I'm not going to lie to you, tell you that I breed legends in every litter. I have the potential to do that. I have bred many great legends. I could have had so many more grand champions, so many more champions if the day would have had more than 24 hours. But unfortunately, DOS does not have more than 24 hours. And I'm not going to say anybody do anything that is not legal in your country, but I'm going to tell you this. You definitely can enjoy these beautiful dogs right here, folks. I can talk forever. I'm going to write some books. You're going to love them. Right now, there's 2 books being written right now with my name on them. One of them, the whole book is basically about me. And the other one is going to have one or 2 chapters about my life and about my dogs. And there's levels in these dogs, and there's levels on the men behind the dogs. Not everyone that calls himself is a dogman. As a matter of fact, somewhere around 2011, I had a t-shirt that says, I am not a dogman, I am Chico Lopez. When I saw all these people calling themselves dogmans, and I look and I say, wow, is that correct? You're a dogman and you're a dogman. Maybe I'm not a dogman, you know? So, you know, folks, a lot of things that I covered today. There's so much more that I want to talk to you about, and I know you want to hear more about me, but right now I got to cut this video right here. Folks, much love. I appreciate you. Share the videos, share the love. Please, guys, you know, if you're upset, if you're bitter because I don't share my dogs again, it's not personal. It's a general rule. I don't sell to breeders. Breeders destroy every single breed ever known to man. So that's why you see this thing, you know, when it comes to genetics, you see this wave with, you know, one man had great dogs, and then a lot of people get in the dog, woo, and next thing you know, the bloodline go, woo, dive, and then somehow somebody bred one dog, boom, jumps again, and then the crowd comes and mess it up again. So it's just like a wave, you know, boom. But if you look at the greatest dogs from Earth Tutor, you look at the greatest dog from Crenshaw, you look at the greatest dog from Victor Akard, you look at the greatest dog from Chico Lopez, they all kind of look the same. Long snout, powerful dogs. They do, guys. But then they washed out and they look like, you know, standards. You gotta have standards, folks. God bless you. Chico Lopez, their best friend, your best friend. Take care. Bye-bye.